Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift. I'm your host, DeamonMachine. This is my co-host, Rebel. This is our lovely web show where we talk about Smitey type things like patch notes, tournaments, all sorts of fun stuff.
And drama, and tournaments,
yes,
and patch notes.
Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, and some other really cool, like, random stuff. And we have on awesome guests.
Yes.
And usually pretty good guests and awesome guests. So, yeah.
And then other cool guests.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
and we have
guests.
great graphics and music and good conversation and guests. And we talk about patch notes.
All right, good, good. All right, so joining us tonight, we have Resterian from BLG.eu.
Yay.
If anybody didn't know, it's back. It's back.
And in case anybody is wondering, his hair actually looks like that.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does. It does.
He would have a webcam, but it fell behind his desk, and he's a lazy European. So,
yes.
Take that. Take that.
Take that.
Also joining us is Tesla. She is one of the cursed gaming admins.
Curse gaming.
Curse. Curse. Whatever. I don't care. I never say...
They're cursed.
Yes, they are cursed. She also is a part of the wiki for Curse Wiki. Yay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then also joining us is Cooper, who is MIA at the very second. And then I'll let you introduce him because I have no fucking idea how to say that last part of his name.
PainDeViande.
Yeah, that's me. Actually, it's PainDeViande is French.
Pain de what?
PainDeViande.
PainDeViande.
Yeah, exactly.
PainDeViande from Vexx Gaming.
I'm
He
just
is
gonna
French.
I'm just going to call him Pain.
Yeah, call me Pain.
I will call you Pain.
We could call him PDV.
Yes. PDV. That sounds almost...
I know, right?
I don't know how to put that. So, whatever.
Oh, yeah, call me Meatloaf, actually. That works.
Yeah, we'll just call him
Yes,
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf in French.
You know, why not?
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so our topics for tonight are we're going to talk about the patch notes, the tank meta, the new god Poseidon.
Love me
Of
some
course.
Kraken.
We're going to talk to Tesla about the cursed tournaments, like, anything that happened last week that they want to talk about this week, or it might be changing this week, etc.
Or next week, or the week after.
Or, 17 years down the line, esports, and, of course, call-ins and random discussions. You can call us up at Smite Talk over there, that way. And then, of course, the roundup from the last weekend's tournaments. So I guess I want to start at the end today. I want to start with the last weekend's tournaments.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of them.
Yes,
this is
there
the first weekend.
a lot of them.
The first weekend of running 3 tournaments in 2 days, which is amazing. So
Amazing is one word for it.
amazing. So, if you may not know, the Curse Gaming won the Curse of the Gods tournament, and My Revenge won the My Revenge tournament. But
the BL Gaming guys lost terribly
Yes.
in the BL Gaming casual tournament.
yes.
But they won one game, so they're infinitely better than the previous 3 tournaments. So
we made it past round 1. Yes.
Yes.
We were so happy. That was amazing. It was just the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever. So, I do want to tell you who actually won that tournament.
Yes.
Which is, it was Team Live.
Yep.
It was Team Live. They beat Back to the Basics, and Team Ascending came in 3rd.
Yeah, Team Live did a great job the whole way through.
Yes, they did.
Good stuff.
They did strikingly well. And, of course, in the Curse tournament,
Curse won
with BLG.eu coming in 2nd. And it was Root and My Revenge coming in for the 3rd and 4th place match. What happened with that, Tesla? I don't remember hearing much about the Root My Revenge. Did they play?
What happened with that is Root got knocked into 3rd, 4th place against My Revenge.eu. And Root said, we don't want to play 3rd place. So they got 4th place, and My Revenge.eu got 3rd.
Okay, well, they forfeited. Cool.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Pretty much.
Oh, don't know what to say about that.
Gotta love that forfeit.
Yep.
Well, that's one way to ensure a loss, by forfeiting.
It is.
They did the same in my revenge tournament as well.
Ah, they did? Did they come
Yeah,
in?
they were gonna fight us, and then I said, nah. I'm not complaining. It secured us a place in the monthly final. So
Yeah.
Nice.
thanks,
wrong
Root. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, take what you can get, I guess.
Well,
Nice.
from my understanding, it has become a reoccurring event for Root, where if they end up in 3rd, 4th place matches, they say they don't want to play.
Maybe every team wants to do that, because there's like no point in fighting for 4th or 5th place, 4th or 3rd place. There's just nothing else yet.
Yeah, but 3rd or 4th place, when there are still prizes being awarded at 3rd and 4th place, that's kind of BM.
Well, it's my revenge point. I know the curse points, right? Is that correct?
There's also
No.
prize money.
No, the Curse tournament last week, that was our launch event. We still had gems for 3rd and 4th place.
Oh, but gems, like, I don't think Root needs gems at this point, right?
That doesn't matter. It's still BM towards the tournament organizers to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, you spent all this time working on the tournament. We're going to go ahead and play, and then we don't want to play 3rd, 4th place match because it just isn't interesting enough to us. It's like a slap in the face.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd have to agree. I mean,
other tournament organizers,
they're putting up the money. They're basically paying you to play in their tournaments, regardless of whether you get the money. You're playing for the chance to be in it, and so they're doing this for content. And if you don't give them the content, then
they get upset.
That's organizers get upset, and it looks bad on the community, honestly, because it's like, eh.
Yeah, as a professional, they have to like commit. Yeah.
I mean, look at for instance like StarCraft. You know about this Tesla. I freaking forgot his name. Somebody in the GSL. He was just like, he threw one of his matches because it didn't mean anything. He was already out. He just didn't want to play anymore. He threw one of the matches. He got kicked out of the whole thing.
He did. He did.
They got
That's right.
banned.
And maybe that's the kind of thing that tournament organizers need to start looking into is if you're not going to play the way the tournament organizers want you to, actually trying to play, not like throwing the match, anything like that, and you play and they request for a 3rd, 4th place match to be played because, they've got prizes for it or something, and you don't want to, then maybe you need to have some kind of penalty or punishment towards it because that's just wrong. A lot of time goes into all the organizing for any event. I mean, look at all the events out there. And considering that Smite's still in beta, that's saying a lot for the community and for the tournament organizers.
I think on a sort of team standpoint, like when we were knocked out by Vexx, good game by the way. It was kind of like we were sat there in like the third place match, waiting for Root and my revenge, kind of thinking, if Root loses, we get 3rd place because they won't play. Like we knew they wouldn't bother. It was kind of like it's just a free 3rd place. We're like begging my revenge to win. It's like you.
But see, that's kind of wrong. I mean, is it really good for a team to be able to sit there and go, "Oh, look, we know these guys aren't going to play, so we automatically get 3rd place," and it's a middle finger to them. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Really be hoping for this, but okay. Like I shouldn't be in a position where I can say, if Root loses, we get 3rd place. Like, it's just completely kind of trashes what a tournament's about, really. It's like we're like just bailing out because you can't win. It's kind of really BM, really.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that...
That's part of the tournament, I guess. But I think, like, it's also... I'll agree with you. I think it's also about the stream views. Like the people watching the stream, like, want to see Root play against, let's say, BLG.eu in the 3rd place or 4th place. And then after the final, I think that maybe next time, like, maybe negate points or anything for, like, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Let's say by the very, very rare off chance you end up with a 3rd place match like Root and Curse versus each other, 3rd, 4th place match. And, I mean, that sounds like it'd be a great matchup, honestly, for those two teams to go head-to-head. And instead of playing it, they're just going to be like, no, we don't want to play it. So Curse automatically gets a win. I mean, that's wrong. And they're letting down the community in many ways, and their fans and their viewership by not going ahead and participating further when they know it's going to be shown in one way or another, whether it's going to be shown on the official stream or someone's going to pick up the match ID and go, oh, hey, look, I want to go do commentary on it. And then do it on their own.
I mean, everyone knows that Root definitely has the biggest fan base, and it just seems kind of like almost kind of twisted in that they got the biggest fan base and yet are least likely to actually play a good match if it's 3rd place. And it kind of feels a bit kind of wrong in that sense. Like teams that would happily play 3rd place, like I said, I'm pointing to say My Revenge, BLG, who would play a 3rd place match, don't get quite as much fanboyism as some of the bigger teams like Root.
Yeah.
Because it does actually get on people's nerves, I think, in that Root has such a huge fan base and just completely given the middle finger.
Well, do you think that like the Roots fans would still be happy to watch them play in the 3rd, 4th place match? It's not like as soon as they're out of the tournament, it's like all the fans go, whoa, goodbye. Do you think that... I would think that their numbers would stay higher because...
Oh yeah,
just because
But
they're going to play in the third, fourth place
it.
match.
It's still entertaining.
Yeah.
No, I'll see what happened. It was Curse was on the Smite game stream, and after Root decided not to play the third place match, the viewer numbers halved. Literally, they had about I think about 1,000 viewers, went down to 500 immediately after Root bailed out. It was just kind of utterly ridiculous.
On which stream?
The Smite game one.
Oh.
Like the number of viewers just plummeted when Root left.
Yeah, we had a lot fewer viewers this weekend than the previous one. It was kind of strange. If anyone noticed that.
Speaking of viewer, what's going to happen now that the My Revenge tournament and the BLG Casual is going to be at the same time? What's going to happen with that?
I don't know.
Well, we still have dibs on the stream.
Yep.
The BLG stream, or the BLG does. I was expecting My Revenge to stream it on their own stream. I mean, you'd think that's what they would want to do.
Yeah, I was really surprised
and
last
they
week.
didn't. And I was kind of confused as to why they had no one streaming it.
Yeah,
like, it was to the point that I was almost going to be like, well, I'll just stream it while my tournament's going on because I'm just kind of waiting for the games to finish. I'll just cast it. No, I wasn't going to cast it. I was just going to simply put up a camera and be like, hey, you're watching it. I'm just not going to say anything.
You are now following this player.
Congratulations.
I think my biggest complaint about the tournaments, both with Curse and My Revenge, was the bracket placements and the server choice. I found that really frustrating because you might have noticed that on both tournaments, BLG.eu was at the very bottom of the tree, which meant we had no choice on server selection. It was like, you will be on American servers, deal with it. And that is just a massive advantage to give to the person who might not even, like, some of the teams, like one team we didn't really know, and even then they were above us. And it was just kind of like, well, here's a game you didn't really know, here's a team you didn't really know that well. They will now have the advantage. You will then go against someone like Root, and they will have the advantage immediately before the game's even begun.
So,
I think
would maybe a method
really,
of swap it up, first round top person picks, second round bottom person picks, third round top person picks?
Not even, well, it'd take ages if every match was best of 3.
Yeah.
Like, if you are higher seeded, you get to pick either, you can be first pick, you can choose who picks first, and let the other team pick the server, or you can pick the server and let the other team decide who was first pick. That's like fairer because both sides get one advantage.
I like that. That's a good one. Yeah.
Aside from that, I get really annoyed when it's like all the American teams on the top of the tree, and all the European teams at the bottom of the tree, and don't tell me you didn't see that because I saw it immediately. I was like, well, this is a bit unfair.
No, I didn't notice that, honestly. I wasn't thinking of it in the server method because, I mean, being a North American, it's not... I rarely think about the servers. Sorry, it's just, the way us Americans are, I don't care about Europe server.
If you look at the My Revenge tournament, the top bracket goes Root, Reason, Ecliptic, Generation X, then it goes to Worth It, Civilian Detect, and Viva City, and 5 Bulls. And at the top, EU at the bottom.
Yeah.
Same again for the other bracket: Curse, My Electric, RFP Manticore, Vexx Gaming, then Underworld, Super Gaming Alliance, Team Random 5, Give Me a Mix, and us. And it's like, just from the outset, America has the advantage immediately, regardless of what happens. And that just kind of like rubs me the wrong way in that a select bunch of teams can automatically be given an advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's random or not. I just didn't feel that random. It felt a bit kind of hit a smack in the face for anyone across the Atlantic.
Yeah, it's one of those problems that there isn't any real easy solution for beyond playing more than one game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it would take too long to do best of 3 in every single.
A best of 3 full bracket would be literally a 10-hour.
Yeah, it'd take
12-hour affair. Because especially with the Curse and My Revenge, they already take a good amount of time.
Yep.
And then try just tripling that, and
at least doubling.
Yeah. It just takes too long.
Yeah. I would like to see maybe more broken up tournaments with, say, the first couple of rounds this weekend, finals next weekend, or one day
you could
next
then
day.
do best of 3.
Then you could do best of 3. You know.
Or if you did it multiple days, like
some sort of qualifier to maybe be in the top 4 of this tournament, and we'll play.
Or you could do like round robin tournaments on Saturday, finals on Sunday. You'd have to have a good number of players for that, but
teams.
Yeah, well,
Just
either
like
way.
any kind of sign that it's slightly less skewed. It's a bit kind of demoralizing when you see sort of like NA,
Yeah.
then two or three EUs just stuck at the bottom. It's like, I think there's some sort of cruelty in this.
Yeah, the cruelty of geography is pretty harsh sometimes.
Yeah.
It just happens. I mean,
That,
you know,
that
it's been a
very
problem in Europe
played,
for years.
where we got complete. I'm not going to be quite honest. We kind of got pretty destroyed by Root, and it was just kind of like there was one point where the Cease ulted with Ra, and I took the damage. About 2 seconds later, I saw the laser go off, and I went, GG, fuck it, done. There was another point where Replicas had used For's ulti and gone up in the air. He was up in the air for about a second, then died. Raw flash. It was kind of just like, this is dumb. We cannot possibly win this when we're like getting hit by things 2 seconds ahead of time.
Yeah, I did like some of the tactical changes I saw in several of the team games this past tournament. One of them was, I think it was the BLG team was focusing on lots of hard, fast damage, and they'd set up all their team fights in the jungle. Like the ults, the really harsh, really strong ones, and they just set all their team fights up in the jungle and then just rape people. It was really terribly entertaining.
So, what about maybe you keep talking really quiet and then talking really loud. You got to pick a volume and then go with it.
Pick a volume.
Yes.
What can I say?
Yes, not that loud.
God,
I keep having to turn you up and turn you down, and you keep changing.
Changing me.
Changing and changing and changing.
Who would I?
All right.
Change?
Yeah, I mean, EU versus EU, and then NA versus NA, and then maybe like a finals best of 3. It's the question of, do we have enough teams now to do that? With more, European teams popping up, it actually might be a very viable thing versus, say, 3-4 months ago, it was a pretty NA-dominated scene.
Yeah, it was. Actually, recently, it used to be SK, formerly BLG.eu, and My Revenge, which was also Bipolar Method. It was actually just those two. Now you're seeing a lot more teams. You've got Worth It and Viva City and
Vivacity.
those two teams. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it.
Vivacity?
I just see Viva
Vivacity.
City. Viva! But,
Viva City!
And Team Random 5, they surprised, they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
Really.
Yes.
And the
so we got
Polish
a few more EU teams kind of rising out, coming out of the woodwork a bit.
Yep.
I wanna
Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of them in our casual tournament.
thrash
too.
you Americans.
Thrash the Americans. It's all right. It's all right. We're up for it. Bring it.
Or the only other option I can think of at the moment is 2 tournaments. I mean, like
12.
one weekend it's only NA servers. The next weekend it's only EU servers.
Well,
There's not enough EU team though.
There is another possible option besides both of those, which is instead of the higher seed getting the advantage, give the lower seed the advantage. They're the underdogs anyhow.
There you go.
Yeah, that is true. That could also work.
Yeah.
Let the lower seed pick server or pick who gets first pick kind of thing. I like that idea. That's a nice idea with you pick server, you get first pick, or you choose who gets first pick.
Yes.
Maybe you don't want first pick. So
for some reason. Hey,
some people like to see what they're going to take first.
Yep. Or get taken from. So.
Yes, I agree.
What about the tournaments that you watched this weekend, Demon? Did you really like any plays, any awesome things, any stuff that you saw that was new or different kind of meta or anything like that? Since I know you watched them all in detail. Over and over again.
You say it like I can remember them too, all of them.
It's like I watched it all.
It's more of the problem.
I don't remember Saturday or Sunday.
It's more of the problem of they all happened, so they're all.
I was drunk the whole time.
Yeah, they all happened, and it's like, wait, was this who was playing who?
So since you watched them all, did you get it, or any of you guys, or any guys in chat, did you get any like different like meta options from it? See anything you hadn't expected? Anything like that?
Well, now with all the patch note today, it takes any meta options that were there and throws them out the window.
What? Oh,
I mean, most of them.
We changed the meta options.
Yeah, they changed
2
it.
bans.
2 bans.
Yes, you did.
Yes, 2 bans.
I love that.
2 bans
that made it
awesome.
Quite interesting.
We like the
ban
two
Neat
bans.
was auto banned. This week it's going to be Poseidon's auto ban.
Yes.
Poseidon doesn't even need to be auto banned. He's not that good.
It doesn't matter. It's the newest god. So we put an auto ban on the newest god, and then each team gets 2 bans.
I think you're going to see a lot of Neat middle now.
From what I've seen over the last couple days since that tournament, a lot of people are actually scrimming with the 2 bans now.
Nice. That's what I like. I like to see that. Because 2 bans, more fun. We have enough gods. Speaking of gods, Ultimate God Pack now for all the gods. In perpetuity until they change it again. But it's now for all the gods. You buy the God Pack, you get all the gods now and in the future until they change it again. So.
Until they determine it not to be
well,
anymore.
I have a feeling they're going to raise the price once it comes out. But
oh, yeah. Well, if you look at it, we were discussing this.
All the gods.
We were discussing this like in depth earlier.
Such a good deal.
Like earlier today when I was streaming Patch Time. It's actually a very good move by hi-rez because you can.
If I had that for League of Legends, I would have bought that shit.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You don't have to grind out from the moment that you start playing Smite, you can play competitively. Even though I mean, maybe if they got rid of the novice brackets, or the novice queue. So theoretically, you can play competitively. You can join up with friends at any stage and play. And there's no inherent disadvantage like with mastery pages or you know, skills or some junk like that. Runes, thank you.
Summoner spells.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's no inherent ability to, because you have these extra things, you can be on the exact level playing field between the, 0 ELO and the 5,000 ELO guy. When they start playing the game, they're all even. And that's great. Because then you can spend $30, get all the gods, learn the ones you want to play. You don't have to grind out for fucking 6 months to figure out, oh, I want to play this one, and maybe now I can start playing competitively. It's like, no, I want to play competitively, starting now. So, it's great. I love it. It's perfect. And so they'll get their money from the skins. They're going to find out some other things to spend favor on. I'm a little concerned with that part, but we'll have to see what it is.
Well, you can still spend favor on gods.
You can still spend favor on gods.
I mean, because not a lot of people like the free-to-play model.
On skins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spend them on skins.
Recolors. Yeah, recolors. Or you could spend like 800 gems on the Vimana skin.
Yes. Yes, and then you can beatbox all the way down the...
$20, you want it.
I do like the beatboxing run. Boops, boops. Yeah, that is very entertaining.
And if you look at it, he has little money.
Cool. What was that, Resterian?
Little Mon is cool.
He is.
Replicast has him, so when we practicing today, we're just like...
Yep.
And the lasers, just like, he has a baseball bat, but he just fires off lasers everywhere.
Yes, that beatbox run is just straight up horrifying these days.
So it's 600 gems, and if you look closely at him, he has like money just falling all around him.
Unfortunately, it doesn't translate to in-game gold.
Speaking of in-game gold, we should go over our patch notes.
We should.
We should really do that. All right, Cooper, sorry.
Cooper's taking too damn long.
We're doing patch notes because, you know what? I feel like doing patch notes.
I do want to mention spectator changes that they've done.
Yeah. Let's go for that.
As a person who uses spectator a lot, I like them a lot. They give us UI changes. They cleaned it up a lot. They frickin'...
I do think the spectator
This is since the new patch?
Yes.
Yeah.
They added the ability to add a glow to the character, so you can see a red and a blue, or yellow and blue, to the different gods themselves. So that way, even if they're in a massive team fight all together, you can still see like he's got a blue hue, he's got a red hue. It's not just the nameplate over their head that could be or not be mixing itself up. Mm-hmm. So it makes it much easier to see what's going on, and I quite a bit like that. So
So I'm going to go ahead and link the patch notes in the chat.
Yeah. But before we get too deep into the patch notes, I did want to let Pain here talk about their second place finish. It was the My Revenge tournament, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. How did you guys feel about that? Were you thrilled to get that far? I mean, you guys are an EU team, right?
No, we're an NA team, actually.
They're an NA team. He's just French.
Yeah, it felt pretty amazing to go to the finals of My Revenge, considering the fact that we only had like 2 scrims worth of training before going into the tournament. So we faced one of my friend's team, which is Mayo Electrics, and every time we try to play with them or against them, they completely destroyed us. And now we played in the Curse and My Revenge tournament against them twice, and twice we beat them, which felt like so amazing. Like you have no idea, it feels good to beat your friend that's always been beating you like all day.
Oh yeah. Especially when there's eyes on you too.
Yeah, especially when you're like in such a tournament like this. And after we played against the Resterian's team, like BLG.eu, and at this point we were just expecting like a good game, like just expecting a good game, not expecting to win or anything. But we did make it to the final, so that was just extremely like satisfying.
Darn Hades, hell.
Oh, that 80s metagame. That 80s coming back into the metagame, I tell you.
Oh man, that Hades change. Whew.
It's gonna destroy everybody now.
Yeah, it is.
We learned that day that Hades is a sure hard counter to Agni. Just utterly destroys him.
So, Resterian,
Res just sat there like, oh shit.
I'm shocked to see you not playing Hades all day long.
I do play Hades sometimes, but he's quite I think now he's picked much more often because they finally fixed his ultimate. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Just watching your walk out of it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Seeing it fixed now is like, hallelujah. So I will play him a bit more. What's changed now is I've noticed that the top tanks have shifted. Like tank meta is still there. It's just shifted. Ares and Hades have jumped up in viability.
Oh yeah.
Like I've noticed that Ymir has kind of dropped down a little bit. He's still good. It's kind of like, but then you got Ares' cripple and Hades' ultimate is now useful, and the fear is so much better in a sense.
Yeah.
Ymir just lacks escape because Sobek just has the pull, and it's like, well, and because Neith is no longer auto banned, you got these Sobek Neith lanes that just pull Ymir back, and then it's just a dead Frost Giant.
And there's also Hercules. Hercules has been buffed twice in the recent patches for a lot of damage. We've played against the first game we played against a team that I don't remember the name, but they had us at Fire Giant. We were winning the game, and they pretty much like we were stacking up for a reason because we suck and shit because we're bad. And then Hercules chose this boulder, and I think there was a Tor wall behind us, and it bounced twice on us, and we wipe at Fire Giant after taking it because it's so strong now. It does like 800 damage at level 5, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's so strong.
Yeah, it's so strong, and if you get a bad bounce,
or if you get a good bounce, depending on which way you're looking at it. A bad bounce is when you throw it and it hits something and then goes the other way away from everybody, and you're like, damn it!
Oh, yeah. That's funny. But we scrimmed My Revenge today, and Replicas was playing Thor, and he immediately, first thing he said was, my spin is not dealing the correct amount of damage. He bought like the first few ranks of it, and just wasn't dealing any damage, and he got to rank 5, and so he was like, yeah, the damage just doubled. I was kind of like, what? Because he was like, had it rank 4, and he spammed some creeps, and the wave did not die.
Wow.
I literally went, what the fuck? And he was like, and he was hitting an Odin with auto attacks. He's thinking, I think I'm doing too much damage because Odin was just dropping like a twig, just like getting ripped apart, and all he had was like one item. And Odin gets passive armor anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was thinking, I think I'm doing true damage. Kind of like, what? So I'm reading Replicast, kind of thinking, is Thor bugged right now with the spin and his auto attack? It just seemed kind of wrong. Particularly the spin. The spin is definitely broken because that just doesn't deal any damage until rank 5.
So Thor is bugged. He's doing true damage at the moment, is what Ecliptium says in the chat. Is that what you guys figured out, Resterian?
Yeah, that's immediately what Replicast said, was that he was doing true damage auto attacks on Odin, and that the spin was doing too little damage until like rank 5.
Thank God, I feel better. Because Thor was destroying me today, and it was really making me kind of upset. I was like, why am I dying in 2 hits? I have armor. What is going on?
Yeah, that and the hammer. Like, I was playing with a few friends as well, and they had taken Thor. The hammer was dealing half of them. Like, it literally was one hitting a Freya. The enemy
like,
Thor.
I would get the wall, and then the hammer would come, and I'd be dead. And I'm like, the fuck.
Yeah, the wall has always been strong. It's double damage if you let it hit you on the way back, so you have to juke it. You have like no other chance of surviving. It's just gonna chunk you unless you're a tank.
And now everybody in the chat's like, no, that was all making sense. That's why I got 2 shots at level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thor, I think, has just gone
wacky
buggy right now.
BRB playing Thor.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of bugs around the patch, like the shop. You know that old bug where if you bought like 3 pots, you couldn't buy any wards or anything like that?
Yeah.
It's back. Like, I buy 3 mana pots, buy 1 ward. No matter how much gold I had, you are not having any more wards, Resty. just the one. You will not have more.
You get like, 1 ward.
So my
place it well.
my habit was always 3 mana pots, three wards go into wherever, and it's like, nope, you will have your 3 mana pots on 1 ward. You're cutting back. That's not fair.
You're obviously addicted to these wards. We must cut it back.
Intervention.
It is an intervention.
It's just a bunch of bugs. And apparently, Honey Badger had said that Ares also has the bug with shackles, and that for some reason it was going randomly on cooldown, not being used. And I was noticing it as well when I was playing him. I'd fire off, I'd press shackles. It would just go on cooldown, no shackle would go out.
Nice.
I was like, this, what is this?
Best time ever.
Yeah, don't you love that when you use your ability and then just nothing happens and you're like, wait a second. What?
So there are a couple of bugs in the patch that I think needs to get fixed. Hopefully, hi-rez will...
Hopefully you'll see a hot fix.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
All right, so speaking of patch, we have a patch.
Yes, speaking of patch, we have a patch, and the new god, of course, everybody knows is Poseidon. So, what I do want to know from Resterian and Pain is, what do you guys think of him after a day of playing him?
He's so fun, but he's so weak.
Yes,
you have that agreement too. Pain, what do you think?
I haven't played him, but my middle lane has been playing a lot of Poseidon recently, and when I've been playing Thor, I just ult in, and then he chunks everybody down with his release the Kraken, and everybody dies everywhere.
That's the best way to win a battle?
Well, yeah, I guess. But I mean, I don't know if you feel he's weak, but at the same time, I've seen him playing like the wave. I think it's the tidal something.
Yeah, tidal surge.
Yeah, the wave, whatever. Like when it knocks back someone back into, like, let's say El Kwang's ultimate or something like that, it's just satisfying, you know?
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
I agree.
He's strange. Like, his Whirlpool, I'm going to be quite honest here, is the worst ability I've ever seen. Ever.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
It's very weak.
Aside from the cripple, it is literally the worst thing ever. It scales horribly, doesn't do any damage. The pull is...
like, non-existent.
Is there a pull? I can't feel the pull.
Yeah, you put it,
and
then
Trident
happens.
I like Trident. I did the maths. Poseidon is the fastest mage. In fact, I think he's the fastest god overall, faster than Hebo. In that his passive gives him 20% movement speed at high tide.
Yeah.
And he also has Trident, which you can get is like tide meter up pretty quickly, and eventually reach about 55% increase. So I don't tend to get celerity and speed buff and surf around.
Yeah, you can go
even from sucking, I'll just get Fatalis and Demonic Grip and just feel kind of like a surfer.
Okay,
so that Fatalis passive that I saw, I didn't have a chance of had. Does it make it so that when you're not going forward, you go full speed?
Yes, that's exactly what it does.
Does it include sideways?
Yes, sideways, backwards, any direction. So one of our guys, I was watching somebody play Poseidon with it with some max move speed and a Fatalis, and he's just like,
It's just fun to watch. Like,
just like fucking everywhere.
It's probably not like remotely viable. It's just funny.
It is.
Yeah, it's not strong. Fatalist is still Fatalist. It's not the best item.
I mean, I was just backing up and he went around me like twice. He's like, woo, woo, let's go back. Come on, let's go, let's go.
And somebody raised something in the chat saying the wave on Poseidon, like the one, is so slow. Like,
oh my god!
You can coming and take your coffee and be back, and it's still there.
Yeah, it is so slow.
Like, in terms of a skill shot, that is a skill shot.
It is.
Yeah, you're like, all right, he's running this way. I'm gonna
lead him by here, and then it gets there, and he's way over there.
I'm gonna lead him by here. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna sting it, he's dodge, and then he's gonna dodge back into it because it takes that long to get there.
I've noticed the habit of things going through walls now, like Knee Spirit Arrow and the Tidal Surge just going through walls.
I like it.
I think, fair enough, I think the Tidal Surge probably should go through walls because of how slow it is.
Yeah.
But Knee Spirit Arrow going through walls just annoys me, and it's so easy to abuse. And like, oh, you're going around that corner? Well, I'm just going to shoot through the corner.
Yeah.
I see your corner. I raise you a stun root thing.
Yes.
Yay.
A snare.
No, it's beatable. Yay.
Yay. I can't believe they didn't even think about that with beads at first. Like, wait, beads is remove roots.
Yep. They fixed beads to remove things properly.
Yes, they fixed beads to how it should be.
It's not really that they buffed beads. It's more of they fixed it to be like it should.
Yeah, because when people use it and they're like, why doesn't it remove this? You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Some other quick little things visual changes. They've done so much visual changes that it's...
Oh yes, Anubis' ultimate.
Yes. Yes.
It looks like it does something like that. The thin wrapping shit was just kind of, I can't tell if I'm hitting them or not.
Yeah.
Now it's blue lasers.
Yeah, his laser. He now shoots laser beams out of his face or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, yes, other things were like the ragdoll physics on the dying minions. That's kind of fancy. Yeah. I like that.
Well, killing minions of Poseidon's tidal surge is just funny because they just go like, yay.
Whee! They fly around.
Yeah.
Yes.
There were a few times where I was kind of just going into lane and suddenly corpses was just flying into the air. They just leap at my presence.
I will say it was kind of interesting walking back in the lane and finding Ymir on the floor in pieces. I was like, you died like a minute ago. Why are you still here? But it was quite handy because I got there and I see Ymir on the floor and I'm like, oh shit, he is dead. Because I just totally didn't notice the, accolade even.
Yeah, I didn't notice my teammate was dead. That's how I roll.
So, I mean, they did lots of bug fixes, like fixed a bug in which users were not able to use the free gods in the rotation. That is terribly worded.
It doesn't affect me at all. I'm such like, I was like ages ago. I was in that Paris thing. We all got free god packs, so literally I have the entire. Now with the god pack change, I've kind of just basically got the entire game for free.
How much favor do you have right now, Resterian?
123,276.
Nice. Nice.
Joyous occasion with 100.
Because, you just need a few 100,000 favor.
Yeah. 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 Everybody needs 100,000 favor.
I don't have all the skins. I just kind of look at them like, do I really like that? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never gonna buy that blue Mana skin. Holy crap! No.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know many people who have.
You.
I think only people who bought that skin was just like, I don't want to look like normal.
Yeah.
I just want to look different. I want to be a Smurf.
And different.
That's what they did. That's totally what they did. So, let's get on to the meat and potatoes of the patch notes. I want to know, Tesla, do you have any favorite things you want to talk about the patch notes before we jump around and start asking everybody the questions? What the hell?
Favorite things?
What was your favorite change?
I don't really think so. Besides, release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken. The only thing I'm concerned about with that.
About those patch notes at the moment, besides the spectator updates.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned with releasing the Kraken is, as a spectator, nobody should ever miss it ever, as a spectator, because
gigantic.
You can see it from across the map. As the only other thing I'm concerned about is since I help find plays for the top 5 plays, since I gather all the plays, I'm concerned that the Kraken flying around in the middle of everything can kind of make it kind of hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah.
Like
there's a Kraken. That's what you need to know.
I understand that. It's great the first 100,000 times it happens, but, then there's a point where it's like, oh, look, I can't see anybody again.
It dissipates.
Well, I'm sure people will get used to it. I mean, just like back in Brood War when people would throw Swarm.
Yep.
Or, I think it's called. I don't remember. It's been so long. Holy crap.
Oh,
my favorite thing is Cripple.
Well, sorry.
Either way, if people they'll get used to it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take some time. That's all.
Cripple.
Like
Revel.
Go ahead.
I don't like that if I play Neath, I can't jump away from Ares now.
Oh, I know. So Cooper said my name. What do you got, Cooper?
No, I was gonna say you were saying a thought there that it goes away pretty quick. The Kraken, it does a bunch of animations, but it actually disappears really, really quick, which I was surprised for. It actually shocked me when I went into a joust and it disappeared so quick. So
yeah, see, what I want is it flails up, it hits the people, and then it smashes people with tentacles. Is that so hard? Just smash some tentacles.
That's what it kind of looks like it's gonna do. It's so badass animation-wise that it just kind of disappears.
Hi-rez, tentacle, smash, go. You got this.
No, I just need to give...
So the thing with Poseidon being weak is, yes, he absolutely is, because he has a built-in 30% damage buff. So he can't be, reasonably strong for his base abilities, or he will absolutely, utterly destroy you. Because he has a 30% damage buff when he gets this thing up. So
tidal waves, yeah.
Until that happens, he's weak. When that happens, he's strong. He can't be strong the whole time, or he will just rape your face with one spell.
It's strange.
So it seems though he has a lot of CC though, so it kind of depends on what direction the community wants to take. Well, not necessarily the community. It's up. I don't mean that, but
Well,
he kind of seems to fill a support role at the moment, and I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, well, he should have a lot of CC. His Whirlpool thing sucks ass. That like should be better.
His Whirlpool should be better.
Yeah, like when I can't kill a minion wave when it's level 4 and I have magic damage items, there's a problem. I mean, just
you have to get
straight up.
your tide meter fully up before you can actually take down an entire minion wave.
Yeah, yeah. I have to have my 30% damage buff up to kill a minion wave like at level 14.
And
Come
then
on, guys.
And then when you do that, it ruins your tidal wave because you just killed the minion wave and you can't auto attack to keep it up.
Yeah.
So,
I really like his auto attack animation. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It makes him just almost unviable ganking though, because by the time he gets there, it's usually worn off.
I just like his animations in general. Just like
his sound effects are really nice.
Yeah.
Side looks cool. That's something. It's just really lackluster.
Yeah, Resterian, put your microphone a little closer to your face, sir. You keep getting quieter.
I just adjusted my speakers thinking it was me.
Yeah, Resterian keeps getting quieter.
Yeah, it is him.
There you go. Now you're a boss. So Cooper, what did you want to say about this patch?
Yeah.
We stalled as long as we could so that way you could get back and be ready for this patch.
Let's just go through it. I just wanted to be a part of the conversation. I like attention, yo.
Oh.
That's why you're Woggle Cooper.
All right, so
you like attention, okay.
Matchmaking. All right, we're gonna start at the top, and then we're gonna go to the bottom and back to the top. So, matchmaking. They decided to try again with the queues that aren't time-based. They very quickly decided against that, and are now reinstating time-based queues. I
temporarily.
believe, yeah, temporarily, probably for a while.
Temporarily, permanently.
Just the moment I changed that, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that change. I'm like, come on, guys, you know what's gonna happen. Sure enough, like 4 hours later, that's what happened.
Yeah.
This isn't working.
So come on, you know you're trying. You're trying. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Dominion changes.
Does anyone care?
Wait, did we go over the region lock?
Not yet. Jeez.
Isn't that in the same category?
By the way, it's not Dominion.
It's
domination.
Domination. Yes. My bad.
Noob.
You went from matchmaking to domination.
I found the region thing really
He
bad.
did, not me.
Go Resterian.
The region thing's bad because it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's
it
doesn't work.
I have it checked, and I still get matched into NA server sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get sad. Like, I didn't ask for this.
Gonna have to report that.
I've been playing with my guys like a couple of games today, and let's say 2 games on 5 that we had were like 150 pings all the time. Like, it's awkward because we all checked the only NA servers.
No.
I don't know if the servers are packed today because of the patch or anything, but we had like huge lag, and it's like it's not used. We're not used to that kind of lag. Like, we're used to like having, let's say, 50.
Yeah, the region
60 ping.
The region lock isn't going to work on the timed queues.
Yeah.
It's only the untimed queues. So.
Okay, so the source says what Bulldog just posted was we collected some good data and found some good bugs today around the use of non-timed queues versus time queues.
Do you want me to do it?
Do you want to go fuck yourself? That's what I thought. Yes, do it then.
So it's basically saying they looked at it, they found some good stuff, and they're going to work on it and get back to us. The region locking will not work on time queues. It's just straight up not going to happen. So there you go.
And even on non-time queues, we had like huge lag spikes and just lagged in general and period in the games, for some reason.
Maybe those are the good bugs he was talking about.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. They're like, all right, we know he wants the servers close to him. We're gonna give him the ones as absolutely far away as we possibly can.
Yep.
Yep.
We want to pick the Australian servers.
I can see that as a good, fun, entertaining bug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget forest bug.
So continuing down.
Now you can go to domination.
Domination. Does anybody care?
Not
I
really.
care.
I enjoyed it. I played a few
Yeah.
matches with it. It's actually better now.
Yeah.
Oh, so what changed
it.
specifically?
Just in the back of my mind, I was thinking like the Sand Guardians can't regenerate, so no matter what happens, you are guaranteed to lose it eventually.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that I could stay in the when the Sand Guardian finally did die, I pretty much know like I would lose it. I won't be able to hold it. But knowing that if I stand there, it comes back quicker. It's just kind of like, yay! I know I've actually points to actually staying there instead of just sympathetically trying to stay there for an entire minute. And also just generally, I kind of like the fact that now the point capture radius is a bit bigger because it's kind of just like if you step just a tiny bit out of the blue circle, no, you lose.
Yeah, I thought they were good, solid changes.
Yeah, and the changes to the AoE damage, like fuck, Kwong. Finally.
Yeah, he can't just kill your Sand Guardian with impunity. Because
you gotta actually wait for creeps now.
Yeah,
nice. Cool.
Anyway, I like it. Good job, hi-rez.
Pain, Tesla, any opinion on domination?
I don't really play domination, so I have nothing to say about that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tesla?
I think he pretty much covered it.
Nice.
But then again, I used to play Ao Kwong in domination, so...
You're gonna cry a little bit.
I would find it amusing. Run forward, drop tornadoes, run back, and just watch him tick away slowly.
Yep, or not so slowly, depending on the point of the game.
Or not so slowly, depending upon how early in the game it is.
I have a question for you, Tesla. Since your name is Tesla and you have a Pikachu hat, do you only play Zeus?
No.
See what you did
Actually,
there.
I used to play a lot of Hell, but now I play a lot of Raw. So.
No Zeus. You're gonna have to change your name from Tesla to something else.
I do play Zeus on and off, just not very often.
You have to change yourself to Light Beam or something.
Light Beam.
Yes.
Photon.
Yeah,
Photon. There you go.
Yeah.
This picture was taken during a charity stream. That's why it's up there.
I think you have a thing for electricity.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, I do, and I do a Pikachu voice, and
I could see that happening.
I got told to pull out my Pikachu hoodie and then do the Pikachu voice at the same time. So, yeah.
What people do for charity.
Yeah.
All right, so what's some good stuff on there? Because I don't want to go through all of
this
it.
patch list is enormous.
Huge.
So I want to know some of the major changes that you guys thought were major changes.
Wards.
Freaking
expensive.
Tell me about wards and how you can only get one of them Resterian.
That's only a bug for
wards.
Resterian, because Resterian was overpowered.
It's only a bug for me. Okay, wards. I like the colors.
I do like the colors. Oh my god.
I can tell which one's mine.
Yes. I hate putting it down.
I'm like, is that one mine? You're gonna
hit
it, and you're always like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah. Is that mine? Auto attack. Yep, that's on.
It's mine. Is this theirs? Oh, that's the one.
Yes.
Oh, they're in the end.
Gold.
Is that they're bugged, just generally in the store. It's a bit annoying.
So what
You're
about
drifting
the price?
away from your microphone again, too.
What about the price? 50 to 75 gold. So that's a 50% increase in price.
Yep.
I mean, that's really strong.
And you can only carry 3 max now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to ward right now.
So you have to ward very carefully.
And the carries are gonna have to ward all day now too. No more
I feel as if my gold's hurting a bit because mostly it's just a support so you buy wards, and now they increase the price a bit. It's kind of just painful because I'll be still building my 3rd item by 20 minutes in, and I notice that on pretty much every other player, and it's kind of just you've inadvertently nerfed supports by increasing ward price.
Yeah, and since the new gold ratio is low now, it's 2 instead of 3. Well, the supports are gonna run on 1 or 2 items for so long in the game. It's gonna hurt them a lot instead of hurting more the metagame than anything else.
I was ranked, and it was just kind of at his Neath, and they had their full build and were buying elixirs about 40 minutes in. I was still on my 4th item as Ares. I felt like tanks can't tank. Really now. It's just a good thing tank items are OP, otherwise they just get shit on so hard because they have no gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally steal jungle creeps just to keep up.
Yeah. So it looks like a lot of things got more expensive, just in general.
Yeah, they increased the price of the... Oh, crap, I forgot the name.
There
you go, Nemean Lion. I knew I could see it, I just couldn't think of the name all of a sudden.
Wards.
Irrelevant.
Did they bring up the Nemean Lion to a appropriate gold amount?
Yeah, sure. I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah, it's so strong anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great item. They buffed a lot of little items. Another major thing is they reduced the standard gold per second down from 3 to 2.
Right.
Or
that's what they were just discussing.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I didn't hear 3 to 2. And the towers?
It's 3-2 now. They put the more accent on the towers taking. If you take towers early, you're gonna get so much goal ahead of your opponents.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And yeah, now last hitting is gonna be way more important because if you don't last it properly, your goal income is gonna be so low compared to a team that lasts it the way they should be last hitting. So you're gonna fall behind like way faster.
Interesting.
It's not such because there was a Reddit post about it, and DM Brandon did some maths on it. And Duke like confirmed like that was how they're doing it, but in practice it's just different because I was playing a match, we were equaling kills and levels and so on. We had a 12k gold lead. It was like 22-24 in terms of kill death.
Damn.
And levels were roughly equal, and we had a 12k gold lead. We hadn't exactly killed many gold furies. It was just the massive tower lead. And it was kind of like, if you get ahead, it just snowballs so much quicker than it used to.
So is this going to be a snowball problem?
You think they're doing that on purpose?
Like the more towers you get, the more gold the next tower's worth.
Yeah.
So it reaches I think it's about 200. I think it's about 190 for a Phoenix.
Ooh, that's true.
So like you're winning. Here's something to even extend your lead further. If you can't win this time, and then like I think it's 400 gold for a gold fury towards end game.
Wow.
It's just dumb.
So it's going to make comebacks really hard.
Yep.
So do you think that fixing that problem would be either decreasing the percentages or getting rid of objective gold increase?
I think just
I don't know if I like the whole tower thing though.
I just don't think I like the thing in general. Really, I think there was nothing really wrong with the old system.
Yeah.
To be honest, like don't fix what ain't broke.
Well, they didn't know it was truly broke until they tried to fix it. Now they know it was fine, or
well,
something like that.
the thing that was being complained about was the passive play. It was always complained you were afraid to leave lanes, and I think what this tried to do, whether it accomplishes it or not, it's only one day, and I can't certainly speak because I haven't even played a game yet, but I think it's certainly going to promote more ganking.
Well,
not necessarily. Sorry, go ahead.
It doesn't promote ganking. It promotes pushing metas.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's
what I meant to correct. It's not going to promote more ganking, but your ganks are going to have to be a lot more strategic. And if you actually do pull one off, instead of just going back and maybe taking an objective, you're going to be forced to push that turret now.
But then if they had a lead, it's going to promote turtling for the team that's losing. Like a lot of turtling until they get such a huge lead from the towers that they can push your turtling.
Yeah,
that's not a good thing.
Well, I'm not debating whether it's a bad system or the numbers are off. What I'm saying is I think that was the method behind why they implemented it. Because you're saying don't fix what's not broke. Well, what was broke was people were saying that it was very passive play. You really, if you leave lane, you're kind of screwed. And
I don't know if that fixed it. That's the thing. Because Spray was like he's gone to Scrim Deska Gaming, and when the Deska Gaming got one tower lead, immediately just started turtling. They just wouldn't push. They just went full on passive and just let the 5% keep on building up.
You are quiet again, Resterian.
What are you doing with your mic? You're like waving it around.
Okay, I'll tell you now. The headset with the microphone on broke, but the microphone still works. So literally, I have a headset around my neck.
Ah.
That's basically it. So it kind of just
do you have any tape?
No. So I'm kind of holding it in my mouth, but essentially it is a case of some teams may just try the destroy one tower turtle for 20 minutes until your lead is huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, let me know when we're done talking about the gold.
Okay. All right, thanks for that.
Any other things about the gold?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I mean, it changes.
Gold change sucks.
Yeah, it changes like how a team's going to play, especially in the beginning and middle game, completely. I mean, instead of just ganking for the kills, now actually moving your entire team over there real quick and taking a tower is way more important than getting a kill. If you can take that tower, it's worth like 4 or 5 kills in the end game. So
yeah. Now, Resterian, the one thing you do need to make sure you don't do is eat your microphone.
Yeah.
While we do want to hear you and stuff, we don't want to know how heavy you're breathing.
That's just a trait with me. I have
he's a mouth
issues.
breather.
So I breathe heavily.
I am also a mouth breather.
Yeah, me
People
too.
did comment on that in life, just in general. Like, I'm just hearing Nathan's heavy breathing. Sorry.
I hear it under my door.
It must be a
What
British
is
thing.
going on?
It's a British thing.
No, it's just me. I have asthma, so I have slight breathing things. It's not so bad now, but I have to breathe heavily anyway.
Nice.
All right, we have a call.
Oh dear God, I hope it works right.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right, we have Weed Unicorn on the line.
Right. Give me 1 second, because I didn't mute the stream yet.
Damn it, Bobby. Why can't you mute the stream like a boss?
Because everything went crazy when Skype called. I don't know.
Oh,
So,
we're losing Resterian.
It's all right, whatever.
Continue.
my first game of the day, I actually played with DeamonMachine.
Yes, you did.
I picked up Motivate. Holy fuck, this ability is so good.
Yes, it is.
In my opinion, it's kind of the anti-girdle in one way, because you pop it and everyone around you gets more defensive, and it also makes pushing completely insane.
Yep.
And so I sort of have like 2 topics of discussion. Well, a topic of discussion and question. First of all, thoughts on Motivate. Second of all, is it going to be allowed in the tournaments this weekend?
Interesting.
That's a great question.
I can answer one of them for you. The BLG tournament? Sure, why not?
My thoughts on Motivate go along with the towers. Like, when they have a pushing buff thing, and all of a sudden towers are really important. This doesn't seem like a coincidence to me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have a feeling they're like, oh, towers are more important? Hey, I know. Let's make them have a way to push towers that much harder.
Faster.
That much faster. So,
well, I mean, can
voila.
you use that as a counter to, like, if you lose a tower early, you need to, instead of buying an Aegis, get a Motivate, so that way you can take their tower quicker?
Well, Motivate seems to me kind of great in the early game. Not so great.
Well, I mean, when you clear the whole damn wave in one shot, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what would happen if you used Motivate on a empowered creep after the Phoenix is down.
Ooh.
It doubles their
Probably
health.
all hell would break loose.
They'd, like, get up and start, they'd walk off the map and be like, fuck this, I'm out!
Each
It
creep
would
turns
turn into
a
another
dragon.
Minotaur, and they duke it out.
All of a sudden, you have
It's
10
They
minutes.
play rock, paper, scissors in the Minotaur hole.
Those super creeps are tanky anyway. It's like making me mirror tier. Just go here. Just go. 4,000 health minion. Don't worry.
Yes. That's
I want to
something.
see it used on
Waved.
Bastet's cats in an old.
Does
on
it
top of a
work?
Cupid. Yeah, it'll work because it's counted as a pet, so minion.
Would it work on Vulcan's turrets? Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Those
Oh,
are
God.
considered pets too, so
It might
Yeah.
only work on
Test
minions
out.
though.
It said allied minions in the radius. So this is something we must test.
Yes. If anybody is currently able to try this out in, like, a joust while, or, you know, a practice match, please let us know.
I'm just honestly, I think the team that can, if Motivate's allowed this weekend, I think the team that can best figure out how to use it is gonna have such a ridiculously huge advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Tesla?
just so good.
Are you guys gonna let turn minion? Are you guys gonna ban turn minion or not turn minion? In
I don't know, honestly. At least
What about-
not yet. Simply because it's brand new. It's not something that I've heard a whole lot on yet. To decide we should ban it or we should allow it.
Right.
That decision will probably be made sometime tonight, though.
Okay.
So
Well,
Straight.
you need to let me know so I can post it on the BLG as to whether that's an effect or not.
okay.
just
Like,
to
whenever
throw
you
some,
decide.
feedback on that for tournaments. I don't really think anything item-wise should be banned from a tournament because it's a lot different than a god. If you have release Guan, you know, out there as being able to be picked, only one team can get him. Whereas
Yeah.
an item, you know,
It's-
if you have a ridiculously strong AD carry item, you can have anybody on either team get that AD carry item. So it's
Yeah.
going to be kind of even ground. So
That's
it's a little bit
much more
Well, I
different.
mean, that's fair enough, but if you take a look at certain game modes where, like for example, and I know we're not talking about this particular game, but in League of Legends, there's ARAM, all random, all mid.
Mhm.
Well, they don't allow items like Guardian Angel, that sort of thing, because they're overpowered in that mode. It's possible that this particular item, Motivate, may be too powerful for the tournament right now, and we may need to give it a little bit of time for it to be reevaluated and for teams to actually understand it. The same reason that the new God's banned. automatically, is so that people can get used to them. You know, people aren't just automatically, ooh, new thing. It's like a shiny. We have to try it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's definitely fair
like I
enough.
said. I mean, I understand the whole thing about, well, it's an item versus a god, so anyone can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that makes a lot of sense, and I agree with you. But that's why it's also up in the air. A matter of not sure if it's something that we're going to ban or allow.
Yeah.
At least not yet. So.
Well, I want to see the BLG casual guys duke it out with that item. I want to see who
That
comes up with the
sounds
best strategy.
Awesome. I will probably watch that stream.
Thank you. Dry Bear loves to cast it.
I'd be playing in
really
it, but I'm
early.
too good.
Yes, that is a problem.
Yeah, I know.
That is a
Man,
problem.
get off Skype.
Get off my stream. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Love you all.
So, before the next caller, so I can quickly interject, because this is something that was added that I need clarification on, if anybody's seen it yet.
Sure.
15% regen on Minotaur every time it's aggroed. How does that work? Like, is it 15% every single time it's aggroed on the damage you deal, or just 15% of his base?
If you disaggro, I guess, the Minotaur, it regens 15% of the maximum health it has. AKA, you have to tank it or have minions tanking it the whole time you kill it, or else it's gonna regen and go back to the original spot.
Yeah.
So if I run in and out, it's just gonna keep regenning 15 until full?
Yes, it will.
And then it'll regen 15 even though it's full. So you can't
You can't backdoor the crap out of it. You can't run in there and throw your last dying breath upon it.
Yeah.
Like we've
Well,
done.
if you finish it, of course you can. But if you fail or you have like a dot damage on it and you die before killing it with your dot, it's gonna regen. Then you're screwed.
That I do and I don't like that. I do like that because it prevents. I do like it because it prevents what I hate doing. Is you kill the everything and get the Minotaur down to literally one hit health. Like the other day I was playing a game where all we had to do was hit it once and it was dead. And so we were like losing, and they were pushing back towards us. It's like, it's only got one hit left. Run! So we all just broke for the Minotaur, and the first one got there won. It was actually quite funny.
The thing is, if you put it down at like 1 damage health remaining, then maybe the fact that you can last it and like rush in it and lasted it makes you like deserving your victory, because you put it down so low. And like, maybe you failed at staying and like finishing it, but still, you still put it down super low. So the other team like maybe deserves to lose, like.
I like this change because there's a lot of really annoying, ridiculous things that people just like run by the Minotaur and hit it and leave, and run by and hit it and leave. They don't actually commit to attacking the end objective.
Right.
And this will change that.
Don't you think it's a bit too much, though?
It might be too much.
Yeah.
I can see 10% being more reasonable, especially with how finicky his aggro can be sometimes. Because if you're like right on the radius, and then you move back a little, he like moves and leaves and does like that. But I mean, yeah, that's the way it goes. And if it's whenever he leaves,
I think a big reason why, and I don't 100% know, but it's almost like if a team got in your base to attack the Minotaur, your team instantly said, "Well, this is over." Like, just because they were tapping your Minotaur. There were those games where never give up, never surrender, but
right.
I think this prevents for not necessarily easier comebacks, but more of a chance where you say, no, it'll regen HP. Let's keep going. Let's give it some time, and there's not that insta give up anymore.
Yeah, not being able to kite it outside is very nice too.
Yeah, that I was happy with. The sick of the Minotaur being pathetically stupid.
Yeah.
There's like 5 gods there, but you're attacking the minions. And you're just getting stuck in the Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to tank it.
And it depends on if he gets to 15% every time he's aggroed and loses aggro, or every time he leaves his little circle and then still lives and goes back.
Well, it says every time he resets, so I'm guessing it's like when he loses aggro.
Okay, yeah. Because that means if a minion wave comes in at him just completely unmolested, then after he kills that minion wave, he'll gain back 15%. Versus if it was, but they're going to do way more than 15% to him.
If he can't be kited outside the temple, is the barrier the walls, or the walls the outer wall versus the inner wall?
The inner wall is the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, so he won't go past the inner wall.
which is
right.
awesome.
He can't go to Phoenix.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
and get stuck and turn around and
be derpy. Right.
Yeah.
Good. I like that one too.
I like it. Fucking bug. Cripple.
Crippling.
Yay.
I love me some cripple.
I love it. I love it so much.
On hers
I heart
passive has
cripple.
been changed to enfeeble.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yep.
Enfeeble.
I
was like,
Let
really,
me
guys?
go look up the
Did you like
definition.
forget? They're like, all right, cripple, and then someone's like, wait a second, isn't on her's passive named cripple? They're like, shit, yeah, it is. What are we gonna call it? Call it enfeeble. Yeah, really? Come on, guys. Come on. All right.
Yeah.
That's
but
just
yeah,
like
cripple.
oversight.
Yeah, cripple.
Whoops.
I'm a big
Our
fan.
bad.
So who wants to explain cripple in a very
I will.
Go for it, Resterian.
So, when you are crippled, you can't run or jump. But you can
run.
Well,
Depends on if your
can't
leg's
run
broke.
faster. You can't do a sudden burst of speed.
Yeah.
You can walk, I guess, if you're slow.
Yeah, it's your base movement speed.
You can stroll out. That's it.
You can walk, but you can't dash or jump. You can teleport because you're Thor.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It's not a
certain
movement.
movement abilities work though. I was reading somewhere like Kali's ultimate works and her
Well,
one.
that's CC
I think.
immunity.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying I think her one works as
Yeah,
well.
that's a steroid. That's not really a movement ability.
Right,
Things like
right.
leaps. But Thor's the only teleport that works while crippled because he can teleport.
Yeah.
Just hammer.
It's not a movement.
But Vamana can't dash. Wukong can't jump. Arnor can't jump, etc.
Yeah.
So basically, you become sort of semi-crippled.
Yeah. It solves a problem
Yeah.
that hopefully won't turn into the
Overbuffing.
the problem we had with tanks and
Yeah. But with this
Focus.
change, Ares has become incredibly viable.
yes, yeah, because now he can actually do stuff and people aren't just like, eh.
There's not like whatever. It's
It's
just
like,
Ares
oh,
and his silly
use my
chains.
10-second cooldown thing to get out of this.
Well, his damage is so high, and now that no one can get away from the damage, it's kind of just like, ow.
Unless you beat it.
No damage
Yep.
items.
Unless you
still
beat it.
hurts.
Beat it.
Sorry.
Beat it.
Why is my chat freaking out so hard?
With any new mechanic that's introduced in a game, just like any new ability, it's gonna take some balancing. So, well, I think at least I don't think it's gonna be 100% on the first try. So I think a lot of you're gonna see a lot more gods added with cripple, and
Yeah.
a lot more of the newer gods added with cripple and stuff like that. So
And I have a feeling they'll do a lot of balancing on how long the cripple effect lasts.
yeah, definitely.
And all that kind of thing. Because if the cripple effect only lasts like half a second, I mean, there isn't any point in putting it in there at all. So.
I have a simple question. When they say the Ring of Spears with Odin is immune to all crowd control effects while inside the ring, what was he not immune to in the first place? I thought he was already...
Snares, slows,
I believe it was knockups too.
knockups.
I think. I always thought he was immune to everything. I mean,
Yeah, I thought he was
I
immune to
swear-
everything
I
previously.
swear it was like it was a change that said Odin is immune
Roots?
to all crowd control. It's like two
Yeah,
Knock up,
roots.
slows, and roots.
Yeah, knock up, slows, and roots. All the stuff that purification beads
Weren't
save
working
you
on.
from. Yeah.
Right.
I'm guessing that they've added in obviously cripple as
Yeah,
well on crowd control.
and
That
cripple,
is immune to
yeah.
probably roots as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It used to be
People were
knockups
getting
for
knocked
slows,
up,
and they
though.
fixed that.
He's only immune to some slows. Interesting. I swear he was immune to more than that. But hey, you know what?
Stuns.
Chicken butt.
Cupid.
Cupid.
Yes, Cupid and Odin. Weed Unicorn could talk about that one. That's
Yeah, what do we
ridiculously awesome now.
Cupid and really anyone with a high CC.
Well,
I
when
mean,
you can't
you
get
talk
out of the
about
ring,
Cupid 80s.
we went in with our team. We had Odin got like 4 people in his ring,
Yeah.
and he's running away because somebody might get shot. 4 people in the ring. Cupid immediately ulted. Nobody could get out, and suddenly all the ults fell in line, and we just destroyed them.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
Thanks
even
for
funny.
using that tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Saturday. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
It was quite sick because
Yeah.
I mean all the ultimates landed. I mean one of them was of course the Kraken because it was
Yeah, why
today's
not?
Poseidon day.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. That spell surprised me that it's such a short range. Like
What?
how far you can put out the Kraken is like very short. You can't put it out as far as your title thing can go.
Yeah. Everybody okay there, Cooper?
Oh my god, crazy, crazy people.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Well, he's back, so it can't be
Sorry if
that
you hear
bad.
any of that.
Nobody got shot. That's what we were concerned about.
Yeah.
Although we hear them yelling a little bit, but that's okay.
So who were we just talking about?
We were talking about Odin and Cupid, and how the fact that when Odin throws his ring down and Cupid throws his ultimate down, nobody can move.
I think Cupid just took Zeus's job.
Yep, pretty much. It's Cupid Zeus lane, or Cupid Odin lane. Excuse me.
Well, at least with Zeus you could jump out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to be terrified of an Odin in a side lane.
Well, good. We should make it so where all the
Shouldn't
gods...
you already be scared of him to begin with?
Yeah, because you're Cooper.
Not if I had a jump, which is like, what, 3/4 of the gods in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's more rare not to have
especially
a
if
jump
you were
than it is.
Neath and you always have a jump because you're... like, the
Yeah,
cooldown
anymore, you
is so
don't.
low.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually
And it
surprised
does
they didn't-
damage when you leave instead of land.
Yeah.
I'm scared of Hercules.
Yeah,
He needs to
Hercules got an
remove
awesome
purple.
buff. His divine driving strike, the base ability has been increased at max level by 125, and he got 30% more scaling on
Wow.
that. So it's gonna be a
It
beast.
just hurts
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Does beads remove cripple? Yes.
Yes.
Like,
removes,
Hercules
like,
used
everything.
to have so little damage. Suddenly he's got like one of the highest damaging ultimates in the game. And holy crap, Driving Strike is just...
Yeah, I know, we're waiting.
I don't even know. Just why? He's a tank, not a carry. Why?
Wait.
Just changed his role.
Hercules is a carry.
Hercules
Ugh.
is a bruiser.
Hercules is a tank.
All right,
Yeah,
Adonis,
maybe bruiser,
Adonis.
but more a tank than a bruiser.
Adonis, is Hercules a carry or a bruiser or a tank?
A bruiser. He's not a pure tank. He's a bruiser, but he does so much damage too. So he's a really strong bruiser.
A really
Like,
strong bruiser.
His ult is like, I almost don't even think his one needed a buff this patch.
Mhm.
His ult in team fights at high end was really strong. It was really strong if you can get him in people in small areas and just bounce it.
Yep.
All right, so
I
what is
agree.
your question, sir?
Or comment
Or comment or observation?
I kind of want to talk about mainly this past god, but also the past two. Their ults. We go from Neath's ult to Kraken's ult, and like the Kraken takes no skill to hit. Like what's up with that?
Well, it takes skill to stun.
Takes skill to injure them very severely.
The stun is actually quite
Takes
hard.
skill
It
to
can be
press a
hard to
button.
land.
Like the crack,
the-
the crack is not a skill shot, and if you have your title meter up and everything and hit him in the middle, there's
hurt.
like such a small delay. Like unless someone's already about to jump or about to dash, you're gonna hit him in the middle,
Yeah.
and it does so much damage. Whereas like other mage alts like Ra or Ao Kuang, actually, there's timing and
There's a build-up.
skill, and they can be dodged. Whereas Kraken's is just like it's instant.
I do agree with that. It seems like
I've
it's
actually
almost
dodged
instant.
it quite a lot. Like, I haven't ever dodged the middle part. I've always dodged the outside bit, and the outside bit's just kind of meh.
Yeah.
But like the middle part is really like it's the outside part's like I think I read it's like 320 damage, and the middle is 240, and it's plus your magical and added together. And in addition to the full title of 30%, it's like
Yeah.
I think it would hit anyone for like over 1,000 if he has pin, and it's an instant, and it's a knock up and a stun. I don't think it should be instant. I think it should be
Well, on
maybe
the
maybe like an animation of a Kraken traveling under the ground and at least like a second to be able to dodge it or react to it.
Another
Vegas.
thing is, if he's running towards you, he's going to Kraken you. Because
Yeah, like
the distance on that is very small. The distance on all of his other skills are fairly large, except for his melee, which I don't think he's just going to run up and melee you. So if he's running at you,
doesn't
he's going to
melee.
Kraken you.
I just don't like the fact that it's not a skill shot in any way.
No, it's a pseudo skill shot. I'll say that. Like if you want to hit him anywhere in it, yeah, definitely not. But
Shablanc came before. Yeah. I was thinking Shablanc has no skill shot at all.
Yeah.
Ultimate. Hercules kind of does. I would say he does.
he really does.
He really does. You can. It's one of
You
those.
can miss terribly.
It's one of those things you can miss terribly. You can hit really lucky, but generally speaking, if you throw it that way, you're probably going to hit something. It's you got to aim it properly to hit it well. Yeah, and then the other two lately have just been much less skill shots. Like Ra's much more of a skill shot because you got that one little beam. You got to time it right, make sure you're leading them right, and damn it, I'm good at landing that. I feel good sometimes.
You shoot Lokis through the wall.
Yes.
Whenever you land a raw skill shot, you just want to get up and dance. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially when you land that ult, like when you're just playing like at level 5 and 6 in the mid lane, and you got like the Agni on the other side, and he's just standing back being like, haha, you're not going to ult me, and you totally do, and you hit the shit out of him, and he dies, you're just like, yes! You just want to, like, dance. It's great. I agree.
I don't make that grunting noise when I dance.
Really?
I'm sure you don't.
You should.
You're
totally
too short
right.
to make grunting noises.
Yeah.
Everything's really easy for you to move.
Yeah, they're more like squeals.
Wow.
It's like somebody stepped on a mouse.
Oh.
But yeah, what do you guys think about these almost like Nice Ultimate? Nice Ultimate is a little more balanced because it doesn't hit too hard. But
yeah,
what do you guys feel about like the Kraken and just these non-skill shots, especially high damage ones?
What are you saying, Mr.
Nice Ultimate, I'm not sure if not many people know this, but Nice Ultimate can be blocked by an enemy or wall.
Really?
Oh, can it?
Yeah,
Yep.
Odin's ring also blocks it.
Interesting.
And anyone in it.
I once was getting shot by a Neath went no wall. It's like
her ultimate is the worst feeling though, because when your tank dies and you have a bar and you know it's on you, you have like it just takes 10 seconds of you knowing you're gonna die. It's the worst feeling.
Unless you get mages for it.
Well,
I have once had the displeasure of having my arrow intercept the cross lane by mid lane. Just by chance.
People get really scared of that arrow too, like really scared. I was landing with Nice ult, her arrow.
Sorry.
I was playing with Pain a couple times.
The other game.
I'm like, Pain, get behind me, get behind me. He's just like flipping out, like running away.
I hate that. It's
like,
so
just get behind
frustrating.
me.
You
I'll
think you're
block
gonna
it for
hit
you.
someone with their ultimate, and then they just start. Someone else blocks it. It's like.
Yeah.
Or you hit him and it does like nothing.
Oh, it doesn't do nearly as much as you were hoping it'd do.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, you can open with it because it does stun. So.
Yeah, it's a good initiator too. It gets somebody to hold still. For a short time.
Having neat middle lane, ulting in a lane, and then that's chain CC. Let's say you have an Emir or something else. You just ult, the Emir freezes down the wall on their spears, and he's dead. You know, like the damage is still huge. And as we're talking about this, I think we're gonna see that a lot. Like having neat middle lane in the next tournaments, and just her sniping every time she has an ultimate, initiating, getting a free kill, or maybe two, depending on the lane.
It's just gonna be people calling snipe from mid. You know.
Yep.
Snipe left, snipe right. That's where they're coming.
Okay, I don't want to be like the horrible guest, but I am still a student per se.
Yes,
and
you need to go to bed.
Okay. It's literally I leave 3 hours.
Well, go to bed.
3 hours.
You must go to sleep.
So, thanks for the little show.
Soiree. Isn't that what a British
Thanks for
man
joining
would
us,
say?
Resterian.
Yes, it's good to see
Frenchie.
you. Find your camera so we can see you next
Thanks for
time.
joining us.
my Frenchie.
Thank you, Resterian.
All right.
See you in tournament.
Yes, we will. Yay, Resterian.
So
So yeah, I mean, if you guys didn't know, Resterian is a part of the new BLG.eu, which also includes Repicos, Whereaser, and some other guys that I don't remember their names off the top of my head. I apologize if they're in here. They can feel free to correct me.
Yeah, they actually did really well last weekend.
I agree.
In the tournament.
I was very proud, and especially the other BLG
it was actually
guys.
exciting. They got to the quarterfinals. They actually went against Root.
Isn't it great? Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. I like seeing new teams or new groups of people come together and like start playing. It's just great. Because it's great. What are you doing?
Yeah, so you develop the gaming community, like the professional side of it.
Do what?
That's how you develop the professional side of the gaming community. Like having new teams rolling out and coming here and like leaving and just entering all over the place.
Yep. BLG, the talent agency. BLG.eu becomes SK, then we get another one.
Seriously.
By the way, I posted their team or their names like in game in the chat for you.
I see it. That's it.
I hate
Crowfred and Trick Tank. Those are the two I was missing. Tricks Tank. I know. I just didn't get out the.
Ew! Every time I hear that name,
they're very good. They are.
He quadra killed my team. That's why I hate him.
It's because you're terrible. Ooh.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, Cooper is a baddie.
Mm-hmm. But that's all right.
When did you get level 30?
Hey, yeah.
Oh, finally. All right, well.
So, come on, guys.
Did we want to talk about any other topics?
No, yes.
I mean...
Time to end show. We have hair flipper.
Oh,
here.
yeah, Danger Bieber here.
Danger Bieber signing on. Turn on your camera, Danger Bieber.
I don't have it, and plus I need
What
to
do
do
you
like
you
stuff
don't
at the
have
same.
it?
I don't know where it
Why
went.
did
Did
you
someone
not have it?
steal
Somebody
it?
had the cam.
How do you not know where it went?
It's behind my desk, and I don't feel like getting it at the moment.
What the hell's up with behind the desk today?
I feel someone's lying to us.
I can
All right.
use
The
my
likelihood if
camera
we
to
have...
take a picture of my camera behind my desk.
I want you to
I
do
think
that.
you should get it. I think you should get it because there's like only Connor with the camera right now, or Cooper. I mean, sorry.
Did you say on her?
Yeah.
You call me Connor?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
She called you on her. You know, the lion.
It's because he's
With
short
the
with a
spear.
mane.
Because that makes sense.
Alecyte, you're such a bitch.
Fuse?
God.
I feel like I had to get on just because when you were saying BLG is a talency agent or talent agency, it's just like all the feels there. How many people have left BLG and gone to other teams?
Yep.
All the other teams?
All the other teams?
No, that's
KO,
just most of the
KO,
other teams.
KO and me know that feel. It's,
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, probably
I'm gonna
at least one on
sneeze.
each team.
Don't sneeze. That was
Okay,
beautiful.
great.
So yes, what about this Hand of God change? Anything that is below 10% health can be instant killed with Hog.
A whoop-de-doo.
Now what it means
Why?
is that what?
Why? I'm saying why. Like, out of all the possible buffs they could have
Yeah.
done, why this one? Like,
Yeah, it's like, okay, Fire Giants. How do
it's
you
like,
even know
if
it's
we
at
have one
10%?
person up,
That's why it's a
if we
guess.
have one tank up with Hands of the Gods, well, you have to be basically super scared because of one tank. Like, before, it was like, okay, the tank uses all its skills, which is like 400 damage, and then you're done. Now he's like, under 10%, one tank steals the entire work that your entire team did.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to make sure he's not coming. I mean, if they're up for one guy up and four guys down, and you know the tank has the End of the God with him, you're not gonna like just do Fire Giant and not care about the tank. You'll have someone zoning or something. You'll see it coming. And if the tank comes in, then you can always burst him or like disengage the Fire Giant, like instead of going for it and risking the fact that he can steal it.
Turn on him.
But it's like, it's risk versus reward. I mean, with 4 people down and, say you have 4 or 5 people up, you should be able to secure that Fire Giant. It should be tough for that guy to, that one guy to steal should be tough. Now it's just, it's not that tough because you're both going to be going for it.
I think this is an unreasonable comparison, just because, I mean, while someone could jump in and do that, one, they're going to have to know where 10% is on the meter because there is no
Contact requests. Continue.
indication as to where 10% is, as far
Yeah.
as I know. Is it at 11? Is it at 9? Is it at 12? Am I going to do this and then nothing special is going to happen? I mean, if you're going to say it's buffed, I mean, really, that's kind of like not really a buff, in my opinion. It's more of adding another ability. I wouldn't.
Well,
even...
learning that is only going to take a week. Like, even if that.
On
like,
the
you're just
Fire
going to be able
Giant?
to. Well, on anything, really. You're just going to be able to judge how much health is 10% or lower.
People
But
will get the
I think it's
timing.
definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely. You're not going to see any more Ao Kuang old steals. You're not going to see any more raw old steals because they're just going to drag it out. And 10%, not an exact number, but that's usually when that raw is going to ult from far distance.
Yeah.
So now that Ymir that's blocking off the rest of the enemy team can just hand that. And
Well-
so now I think there's going to be a lot more controlled team fights at the objectives because of this buff, because both teams are going to have someone with Hog that are in close and constantly trying to get that Gold Fury.
So
I mean, if your team's not if your team isn't trying to control people that are trying to steal your Fire Giant, then you're doing something wrong.
yeah, it doesn't
And if they
matter
have
if
enough up that they can have like someone watch and another or two try to steal, then maybe you guys should engage them over trying to get that Fire Giant right there.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I mean, I almost feel like, like you said, they're trying to counter people stealing it, but it's also another mechanic for people to steal it with. Because I think it'll be only like 1 or 2, maybe. Probably only one person is going to pick up Hog on each team if they do, and that's usually going to be a tank. Would probably be better for zoning.
I like the fact
put that on a carry.
I like the fact that you have to be close to the fire giant. I mean, you have to get in there. It's better than them stealing it from outside of the the whole fire giant mountain.
Right, and I think that was kind of like a like a cheese thing to do. Like, you're an Ao Kuang, you're just sitting 10 feet away from any danger, and you just ult in and then run away, haha, QQ. But now you actually have to get in there, and it's gonna create controlled fights around the objectives, which is what it should do.
Saying that Ao Kuang can always only do less than 10%. So, I mean, or Raw. Yeah. There's, I mean, a very high likelihood that Raw's ult or Ao Kuang's ult is going to do a rather high percent more than 10 to your anything. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for the call, Andis.
Yep, thank you.
And we have the
Scytheman.
Another call here. All right.
Yes. We got to get the Scytheman in here.
Go to get the Scytheman.
Yes, we do.
Yay!
Scytheman! If anybody doesn't know, Scytheman is the new mid laner for BLG.NA. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
That's me. Losing lane all day.
Losing lane all day with Scytheman.
Yeah, it's actually my new talk show.
Scytheman like came out of nowhere, surprised me, and is like destroying Jerb and scrims.
Yeah,
he came out of nowhere. I've been here for months.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like he just came out of
thumbs.
nowhere. Like, you've been playing on teams, but then they all seem to break up.
Well, no, the only one I was actually on was Focus, and then I just subbed for everyone because everybody knows I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. But anyway,
go for it.
I wanted to say that I really, really like this Hand of the God thing because now that we've mentioned Jerb, how many times have you seen him being the only member of his team alive just drop a dragon in the fire giant pit? And suddenly, that team that should have had the fire giant doesn't get it anymore. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to see the situations like this occur when, in all likelihood, that should have been a free fire giant.
See, now a lot of people are also thinking about this in the wrong way, where they're saying, "Oh, it's going to be great for them to steal a fire giant. It's going to make it get in closer to the steal a fire giant." What about the guys that are in there that have the fog themselves? You know, it's just like, "Oh, we got it at 10%. Now it's ours. Good, done. No more arguments."
Hey. It works both ways.
Yeah,
and you're gonna see the steals. Like you still are. And when that happens, people are gonna say this is stupid because you got it stole completely out of your hands. But you're gonna have to time it. You're gonna have to take maybe a week or 2 weeks to learn the percentages on the health, and and then you're definitely gonna have to position your team around those objectives a lot better, and it may create the carries actually doing damage to the objectives and the tanks actually zoning out instead of just a 5-man doing the objective.
Yeah, I feel like down the line, hog steals, when they occur, are gonna feel much more satisfying and much more deserved than dragon steals, raw steals, agni steals, because those up to this point have just been like 50-50 shots. Let's be honest about it.
Let's just throw it in there, hope something hits.
They never really get close to doing 10% damage, realistically. But at the same time, if you can get that timing close enough, it really is just a coin flip who gets it, and it shouldn't be that way.
And there's something also with the End of the God. If there's a pretty tight game where a team is trying to get an advantage, let's say they fall into a 5v4, they kill one of the enemy team's God, and they try to secure Fire Giant, and the game is pretty tight, there is no way the other team is going to zone out 4 guys out of the Fire Giant pit. And so, unless the guy that's down on the 4-man team is the guy with the End of the God, they can always just rush in and try to like do a clusterfuck of damage and End of the God like randomly, and like it'll be the same as raw ulting and trying to steal with the ultimate. It'll do the same thing.
Well, I just feel like it's the risk-reward factor of it. I mean, you buy Hands of the Gods on, say, a Bacchus. You sit outside the Fire Giant pit with beads. You jump in, beads, use everything, and then try and hands it. I mean, it's like one guy can steal from 4.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't say easily, but, like they did all the work, and he just, okay.
Yeah, but what if he goes in there and uses the hog? What if he goes in there, uses the hog, and then uses it improperly, so it just takes it down, and so that way they can hog it immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just the risk of reward, though.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, if he was allowed to sit there in the first place, you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second of all, if he gets that and he pulls that off, that's well deserved because he just jumped into 5 other people, blew everything, and got the Hand of Gods or got the Fire Giant. Even if he doesn't walk away at that point, that's a success. You just stopped 4 people from getting Fire Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5. But yeah.
5, whatever.
I don't know. One of them might have been
could be
split
dead.
pushing.
Yeah. There was an Anubis in there. He just blew up.
We'll see, but I feel like it's just the risk reward. I feel like it needs to go down maybe a little bit. I mean, if we look at Dota, I don't think they have anything comparable to this that I can think of. I think in LoL,
You can flash over and use a Smite.
Well, no, but I'm trying to think. Smite, I think in LoL does like 700, and Baron has like 14,000 HP, so that's like 5% at most.
But see, the problem is the HP scalings and the damage scalings compared to LoL are a lot different in this game.
Yeah, a lot different.
So, a Dragon Ra, you know, these high damaging ults can do up to 5, 6, 7, % of the Fire Giant's health. I think 10 was a good number to set the bar at. I don't think we'll see any issues with like ult steals anymore. But at the same time, you can't just make it a flat number. One, because there's no flat scaling. A flat marker there to judge by, and we're doing everything off of instinct here. Like we never see these numbers compared to other games.
Right. And League of Legends, I mean, I haven't played it in, May of last year when Smite came out, but I believe you could actually use to steal Baron with Smite through a safe wall. And even though it's a lot easier to get over those walls in League of Legends, unless you have a jump in this game, you can't. That's pretty stupid. Like you're as safe as an Alquang ult in this game. So I don't know. I think it just needs testing, but I can't say I hate it or dislike it.
Yeah. I haven't heard much complaints about it thus far, even. I mean, it's been considered all day today, and we haven't heard people going, "Oh my God, every Fire Giant I've tried to take has been stolen."
Yeah,
so,
but that's because you didn't have any organized teams fighting organized teams. Like, let's say in the next tournament, we're going to see it, and we'll see if it's broken or not.
Yeah.
And someone's going to have to use that second ability slot on Hand of Gods.
Yeah.
It's going to be not terribly useful, except for that one specific purpose. I mean, it is nice for taking minion camps, but really, after a point, you don't need it.
Yeah. All right. So, I think we've exhausted the hog.
Yep, we've exhausted the hog. Is there anything else on the patch notes that you guys want to talk about, or anybody that our audience wants to talk about? You can type it in chat, call us up, whatever.
Yep.
Because I want to make sure that we don't miss something that you guys wanted us to go over with our awesome panel here.
Yeah, or if there's anything else in general you want to talk about, not just patch notes, because we kind of need to wrap it up in general.
Woohoo, buffed my Death's Toll.
Yeah, some of the starting items got buffed.
Nerfed.
I can't. Now I can have my 15 physical power with my 3% attack speed.
Heck yeah! Oh yeah, attack speed on all gods got lowered, and buffed on her.
Yeah, on her shot's low.
Well, see, I'm not I'm wondering if they just normalized on her or if they just buffed on her, because everyone got lowered, but then they buffed on her, so it was the same.
I thought it was just tanks that got lowered. And everything else classified as a tank.
Weed brings up a good point. The instant cast with the giant ruler that you have.
That thing is flashy.
It is pretty neat.
I actually have to go in game and test that now.
It's kind of annoying.
But I think it bugged out because I think I turned it on just to see it because somebody brought it to my attention, and then I turned it back off, and I didn't get, because I play with the regular targeting arrow, I didn't get that back. Like, I went an entire Neath game without that, and it was really annoying.
I can imagine.
The patch notes say that base and per level attack speeds have been reduced for all tanks. Not all gods, just all tanks.
My bad. All tanks.
Damn you.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you be a incorrect reporter on stuff.
Crazy me.
How dare you do that?
We talk about the God Pack?
Sorry.
Yes, we did. You weren't here. Tough shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in response to Weed Unicorn, I was saying that if you're competitive, you have no excuse for not using instant cast. The thing is, there's like a tiny global cooldown with skills, and so when you're using instant cast, I think it's almost worse with instant cast in how fast you can cast skills in succession.
Really?
Like if you're trying to get off Ares Change, there's like some weird global cooldown in there that you can't just fire them off 3 in a row. So it's almost faster just using normal cast and fire, click 1, hit, and then that.
You can't disagree. It's literally
so
faster.
Weird.
I
All
think
right,
that's
so
only Ares chains.
what we're gonna do is, I guess maybe sometime tomorrow I'll fire up the spectator. No, I need to fire up some sort of, I guess the practice mode and try the two different things, and then do a side-by-side comparison.
Yep.
Instant cast change as fast as can. Non-instant cast change. Granted, that does lead it to the ability of mine to use not instant cast. Did that?
Thing was so weird.
Don't confuse yourself.
I never want to see that on my screen again.
What the hell are you looking at?
The Instacast thing.
Oh, you don't like the ruler?
I just went in and tried. I don't use instant casting, so.
All right, awesome. So, I think that's about it, though.
Yeah, the instant casting thing, it's really good for some gods. It's not so good for others.
Yeah. Kind of
straight up. Straight up.
Quick casting for the win.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So-
all right. Is there anything else we want to go over?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Anything at all?
Cooper,
Spec
Tesla.
changes?
Oh, Tesla did confirm that
we
will.
did that too.
Tesla says we will not be banning the new item Motivate from the tournament this weekend, right?
So, Chris?
That's correct. We will not be banning it.
Awesome. So, practice your Motivate.
Motivate action.
Enjoy. And
Motivate towers.
Be motivated to
Destroy!
practice. Be motivated to practice.
It's going to be so good. The
It
tower
will.
thing is going to be crazy this weekend.
It will.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to see like 4 totally other different teams win the tournament this weekend just because they're trying what the fuck ever. Anyway. So let's get to our shout-outs. Alecyte, you don't get one because you weren't here long enough.
Nope.
No.
Cooper,
Dude,
you go first because you were here last. Well, second to last.
Oh my god, I was actually here first.
Well, yeah, but then you left.
All right.
Yeah.
So, shout out to you guys. Awesome job. Shout out to Tesla for being part of the Curse community and running the awesome tournament. Shout out to PainDeViande, upcoming team. You're
Just
doing
call
awesome.
him PDV Meatloaf.
And then Alecyte, you're cool. Shout out to hi-rez, making an awesome game. Shout out to the viewers. I will not be here this weekend. I'm not going to be here tomorrow through Monday, actually. So if any of you guys need me, I'm going to drop the links in chat to Twitter and my email. So that's all my email or my shout-outs.
Cool. Who are you kidding? Nobody's going to need you.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Normally, I'm the harsh one. Jeez,
I know.
that was even cold by my standards.
It's Cooper. All things go.
I'm just gonna leave Smite. Like,
Yep.
I'm just gonna one day I'm not gonna come on and you'll be like, "Where's Cooper?" And I just won't come back.
And we'll be like,
"Where's
show
Cooper?" And then
will go
he'll
on.
then he'll turn on his lamp, and there he'll be.
oh, nice. All right, Tesla, you go next.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Shout out to you guys because
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Shout out to hi-rez for making this awesome game so that we could all support it. To all the people tuned in, and SmiteWiki.com. If you guys don't go check that out, well, definitely should. Curse the Gods tournament weekly Saturday. You guys should tune in.
Yes.
Support that. Sign up. It's up on the wiki. And yeah.
What
I think
time do we
that
have to be
covers
signed up
it.
by?
We actually, as silly as it sounds, we do not close registration up until like 2 hours before the tournament because we allow an hour and a half check-in time.
Man, that's a long time that you cut it off early.
Yeah, I mean, we could cut it off earlier, but we'd rather, if people want to get in and it's kind of last minute, whatever, they still have that opportunity. If they go, oh
yeah.
crap, we didn't sign up,
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I totally agree, like us last week.
Yeah. Like
We were like holy
you
crap,
got-
they shut it off an hour and a half early? Jeez, what do they need all this time for?
Yeah, no, the
'Cause-
the hour and a half is so that we can get people checked in. We can answer any final questions from the team captains. We can make any final decisions if necessary, which hopefully is not the case, but since last week was the first time we ran it, and it was the launch event, you know, we kind of had a lot of last-minute preparation we needed to do, sadly, like the brackets up on the wiki, that sort of thing. So it turned out well, though, in my opinion.
I agree. It was very nice. There's my flailing arm man. Yay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us.
Stop posting that. God.
Is it Woggle Cooper?
It was all over the internet.
Because I came with the best joke. It's Woggle Cooper.
Who made it? I don't know who made it in the first place.
Okay.
It was either Yuli or Spray Art.
It was Julie, I'm sure. It's Cooper's O face. Get it? It's his O face. God. All right, Mr. Pain, Meatloaf. What is your shout out, sir?
Shout out to you guys for letting me on the be on the rev today.
Yeah, man.
Also shout out to there's Live Lunatic that is asking me for one, so I'll shout you out for matching me with Vexx Gaming. Thanks for having us in there. And also speaking of Vexx Gaming, there will be a tournament, a Vexx Gaming tournament hosted. I think if I'm correct, in the next week. It's going to be a week tournament for some reason.
Wednesday.
And we'll try to make sure it fits with everybody's schedule. But anyway, we'll figure it out. What's going to happen with that? And
I actually have the first tournament will be on March 6th.
Yep, March 6th.
Will be the first one.
Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday.
It was the 7th. I should check my stuff, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still a subject for discussion anyway in the Vexx community. Yeah. So check it out with that. And finally, shout out to all the teams that made it to My Revenge and the Curse competitive scene, because having a lot of teams just makes it more fun for us. Like everybody competing instead of like always seeing the same teams. We see new teams like emerging and trying their stuff, like my own team. And just trying to make it as far as possible, and it makes it like very exciting to see new stuff going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I posted the link for the tournaments where you can find the signups, etc. As of today, when I talked to the guy who was adminning, damn it, I forgot his name suddenly. He said the signups close at 5 so that they can start the tournament promptly at 6 p.m. in the afternoon there. So that's what we'll roll with at the moment, unless we find out otherwise, and we'll post relevant corrections.
Yep.
So,
all right. So we have we're gonna give you a quick tournament rundown of some stuff going on this weekend.
Oh yeah, you got Curse of the Gods on Saturday, March 2nd, which will be starting at noon, and so you should probably be signed up by 10:30 a.m. if you're Eastern time. All these times are Eastern because that's where I am, and that's what I care about. Thank you. BLG Casually Competitive Tournament number 6 will happen on Sunday, and will start at 11 a.m., and sign-up deadline stops at 11 a.m. because we are casual. We don't care. You can sign up whenever, up until we start. And then, of course, there will be the My Revenge Weekly number 12, I believe.
Yes.
Or 13.
Or 14.
No, it's 13.
17.
Sunday, March 3rd it starts at noon. We'll see who's streaming. Will be us on the Smite game stream, and we'll see who My Revenge is streaming. It was going to be streaming My Revenge. There we go.
Yes.
And then Vexx Weekly will be Wednesday. So tune in for all of those.
Yes, for the casually competitive thing, you and everyone on your team has to be 2300 elo or below.
Or below.
Or below. We have yet to have someone exactly at 2300 elo, but if it does happen, you can play. At 2301? No, sorry. You've just won too much.
Yes, you have. Sorry.
Yep.
Yes. So. Yes, Weed Unicorn. That is the case.
So yeah, come. It's fun. It's fun. Go to blgaming.com. Check it out. There's this big like banner thing at the top.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us. I am DeamonMachine. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll be streaming more on this channel here, just because.
Because it's awesome.
It is.
And it's fun to stream.
Yes,
People like to see new things.
Yes, it is. And
old things.
This is Revel. You can find him nowhere.
Yep, you can find me here. You'll see me on the stream. Yeah, Cooper. Get that beat.
Just beat down during our talking. Goodbye time.
I like it. Hey,
I know.
Dude, we should do music during this time.
We should.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I sincerely thought my mic was muted. I'm sorry.
Well, it was not. So.
It's all right. It's all good.
All right.
So yeah,
we will let everybody go now.
Thank you guys for joining us, and have a great night.
Yes. Have a great night.
Thanks to you guys.
Thank you.